Hi, I'm Rick Hanson, and I'd like to welcome you to the Mindful Living Week. Today is the first day of the week, and this program is presented by the Awake Network in partnership with Shambhala Mountain Center. And it's really a great honor to be here with you. This is the first day of the week, and the challenge for today is to pay attention. So with this challenge and with other challenges, I'll describe a little bit what we're going to do, and then we'll do it for about 5 minutes. So I'll talk a little bit about why to pay attention, and then how to pay attention, including a bit of an experiential practice, and then finish with how to bring this out into your week over the course of the week. So to begin with, why pay attention? It's interesting that the godfather of psychology in America, William James, wrote over a century ago, the education of attention would be the education par excellence, because attention is at the very front end of the learning process, and we are endlessly affected by what we pay attention to. Do we pay attention to resentments, regrets, self-criticism, concerns, and alarms beyond the point that's useful? Alternately, are we able to rest attention on what is useful, like a sense of well-being or a sense of connection with others or a sense of commitment to social justice? Being able to plop your attention on what is beneficial for yourself and others, pull your attention away from what is painful and harmful for yourself and others, these are fundamentally important capabilities for everyday well-being and effectiveness, as well as for healing and for the upper reaches of human potential. So that's the why. How about the how? It's easy to pay attention for half a breath. And it's also easy to pay attention to extremely stimulating and rewarding stimuli of one kind or another, like playing a video game. Where we really need to develop the resource, the skill, the capability of paying attention is to things that aren't so stimulating or things that don't naturally draw us right in. So in terms of the how of paying attention, first of all, it helps to set the intention to pay attention. And we can do that both top-down and bottom-up in terms of the structure of the brain. So top-down intention setting would be something like saying to yourself, I want to pay attention multiple times a day. Or you might put little stickies around your office or your home or on your car's dashboard that say, pay attention, or some word or phrase like that to remind you. That's top-down. That's good. It's helpful to do that. And research shows that routinely reestablishing the top-down intention to pay attention can literally grow structure inside the brain in parts of the brain that are involved with top-down regulation of ourselves. On the other hand, it's, I think, even more fundamentally helpful to set the intention for paying attention from the bottom up. This is where you get a feeling in your body of mindfulness, what it's like to be mindful in this way, and to sustain mindfulness so that it kind of carries you along naturally rather than needing to willfully keep reminding yourself. So you might get a sense of what it feels like to be really present, really grounded, really centered, and really home. And then once you've gotten a sense of that and it's kind of anchored in your body, get a sense of being lived from there or lifted or carried along from that fundamental stance. That'll help you to pay attention. The other thing I'll just say briefly here is to relax, because when we're stressed out, especially if we're alarmed, attention naturally skitters around all over the place, because our ancestors, animals like us, simpler animals like us, and our human ancestors lived in times that were really intense and often lethally threatening. So it's understandable that as soon as you feel threatened, your attention's going to be scanning all over the place for where, something bad might happen. That might be momentarily adaptive, but it's no way to sustain mindfulness. And so it actually helps to relax, come to center. That will help steady the mind. And a really simple way to relax is to extend the exhalation. Because if you make your exhalation as long as your inhalation, or even better, make it longer, that will naturally engage the parasympathetic wing of your nervous system, which is involved with exhalation. And the parasympathetic wing of the nervous system is the natural counter to or compensator for the fight-flight sympathetic wing of the nervous system. And so if you sustain a long exhalation, that will naturally tend to slow your heart rate and bring you to a place of calm centeredness. So let's give it a try. Let's take a chance on this particular challenge. So I'm going to offer a few suggestions for about a minute. It'll include some silence, and in the laboratory of your own mind and brain, you can see what the results might be. So to begin, set the intention to sustain attention, both deliberately inside yourself, top down, like saying to yourself, I want to pay attention right now, or I'm going to be more mindful throughout my day. I'm going to make this a mindful day as a goal. That's setting the intention top down. And you can set your intention from the bottom up. Get a feeling in your body of what it's like to be mindful. I notice myself, I'm sitting up a little straighter. What's it feel like? And then as a kind of intention setting, you can get a sense of giving yourself over to that way of being as a way of establishing intention from the bottom up, which is often the most powerful. All right. And then the second suggestion for how to do this challenge, relax. Take a few breaths in which you extend a long exhalation. Be mindful of what it feels like in your body as you exhale. Notice what it feels like for there to be what's called traditionally a steadiness of mind. Sustained, ongoing, present moment awareness. Okay, and then finishing up, knowing what it's like and getting a sense of it sinking into you, to be intentional about being attentive, and also feeling what it's like to be relaxed and calm and centered. Super. So to finish here, let's talk briefly about how to bring this practice into your day for today's challenge. And I have two little suggestions. One is to use particular times in your day, such as a meal, or moving through a door, or every time your phone rings, or every time it buzzes because somebody has texted you. Use that a little bit as Thich Nhat Hanh has put it, like the ringing of a temple bell, as a little bit of a signal to wake up, come home, be here, or perhaps something wordless in your mind every time you encounter that kind of prompt. Every time you see a red light, maybe you're driving in traffic, or every time a new email pops into your inbox, use that as an opportunity to come back to center and pay attention. The other suggestion I have is to pick a minute or more in your day today and sustain attention for the entire minute or even longer. For example, if you're choosing to be mindful of your breath, A minute is roughly 7, 8-ish, depending on how quickly somebody breathes. Breaths, see what it's like to be deliberate about a kind of muscular focus on that particular object of attention for at least a minute in a row. And if you want, you can go for 5 or 10 minutes even if you really want to challenge yourself. So to finish here, I hope this challenge is good for you today, and I hope you grow and pay more attention over the course of today.